Hi, bitches. Oh my god. Hi, bitches. Your favorite baddie is here. Your favorite baddie, bad bitch, femboy YouTuber is fucking bad. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel because we're all having a beautiful fucking day. Today's video, we're gonna be reacting to animated stories about school. I just came up with this idea because, like, bitch, why not? I mean, school is already a fucking nightmare. Like, it makes sense to make horror animated animations about them. I mean, shit. I mean, school's already a fucking nightmare. It's horrible and shit. You get fucking bullied, you get taunted. So it's not fun. And it's like a fucking shitty nightmare. Unless if you have a big dick or you have a big, you know, big boobs. Pretty face, big ass. You're basically ready for high school, honestly. So we are gonna be doing a little, you know, a baddie schoolgirl. As you guys can tell, I look a fucking hot ass, fucking sexy student that goes to a private school. But anyways, yes, I did not snatch your daddy. I actually snatched your fucking brother and your uncle and your cousin. So yeah, I did not snatch your dad. Your dad's ugly and old. Sorry and not sorry. Yes, of course, I came in, you know, ready to be sexy, ready to be hot, sexy mouth and sexy bad bitch. Honestly, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to prove you bitches wrong that called me ugly in school. And the first video we are going to be reacting to is True School Lockdown Horror Stories Animated by Honesty Entertainment. And once again, say this once again. Fuck you, Horror Shorts Party, for making a copyright claim to my fucking Halloween special video. And I'm not gonna fucking forgive you for that shit. I'm never reacting to your fucking channel. Fuck you and fuck the owner. Fuck you, bitch. Anyways, let's start the video, and yeah, this is the first part of the video. So yeah, let's start.
For your information, this story is not my personal story, but is one of my friends. Her name is Miranda. And one day, she did her typical morning routines right before school, messaging people on Snapchat while walking. Around 20 minutes later, she arrived at her school. However, then she immediately realized that something weird. There was no one outside of the school. At first, she thought that everyone just entered inside, or that she was kind of late, so ended up shrugging off and quickly walked into school. She tried to message her friends, but no one responded at that time. No service? But I have full bars on my phone though. The inside of the building was quiet when she entered, and she noticed that there was also no one around. She was even more confused and didn't know what to do. She began to walk to her class. As she went past the cafeteria, she saw that there was only one person in there, and his head was down. When she was about to pass by, and at that moment, she realized that there was blood below the person. She froze in the spot.
Serial killer?
Just then, her phone buzzed, and it was a Snapchat notification from one of her friends. Hey, there's a shooter in the building, and the person already shot a few people.
I fucking guessed that shit.
Miranda freaked out at that moment.
Bitch, you
She started to run out of the building. To tell the truth, Miranda was a very lucky girl. As Miranda ran out of the building, the shooter, who was in the office that was next to the exit, didn't see her because he was stabbing a student at the same time. After the cops entered the building, the massive killer already killed himself. Fortunately, almost everyone was evacuated, but there were a total of 7 deaths and over a dozen injured. One of Miranda's friends, who didn't respond to her, was one of the people that were killed.
Oh my god.
And actually, her friend was the one in the cafeteria that was laying his head down. Miranda eventually went to the police station to watch the security footage, and as she watched the video, it turned out that the man stabbing someone in the office slowly raised the gun and pulled the trigger towards her running to the exit. However, he ended up failing because the gun was out of bullets.
Oh, honey.
Although the school now has more security guards all around the building, along with more police officers, and more cameras and metal detectors around all areas, she doesn't go to that school anymore. If he had one more bullet, she would have been a goner. She thanks God every day that she eventually had survived from hell.
Thank him, bitch. This bitch got to see another fucking day. God, thank you. Thank you for saving this girl. I don't know who this is about. Girl, I hope you're living your best life. Yeah, that's kind of fucking sad. Anyways, you guys, next video. Okay, guys, the next video it's called 3 True School Teacher
Badass bitch
Horror
acting dyslexic.
Animated. IMR Scary Tales. But anyways, let's start the video.
In the above footage, you can see a teacher snapping in front of his students over a little misunderstanding. The teacher gets so angry that he starts damaging the school property while screaming like crazy. The following animation is loosely based on this scary footage.
I was in high school when this incident happened. We had a chemistry teacher who suddenly left the job, and a new substitute teacher came in his place. On the day of our first class, everyone was sitting in the classroom, waiting for the new teacher to arrive. I was scribbling in my notebook when I overheard a conversation between my 2 classmates sitting right beside me.
Really? Is it true? Yeah, man. I heard the janitor talk to the cafeteria cook yesterday about Mr. Nevis's sudden transfer. But I heard he quit. No, you heard it wrong. He was made to quit, so the principal's friend can get the job. I heard he's a very freaky-looking dude. Why? What does he look like? The janitor said that he looks like a mad scientist. He was sent to the mental institution for treatment, but now he's back. I don't think some lunatic would be allowed to teach us. After all, it's about the students' safety. No one gives a damn about the students. The mad scientist guy will be here any moment. You can then judge on your own. I just said what I heard yesterday.
Rumors are part of high school, so at first, I ignored whatever they discussed. I thought he would be like any other boring teacher, but time proved me wrong. The class was becoming chaotic as the students got impatient. Some started throwing paper balls at each other, while the couples started making out in the corner. Everyone was highly distracted when suddenly, the classroom door slammed open like someone kicked it from the other side, and a crazy-looking man entered the classroom. He had a messed up, electrocuted hairstyle with a very freaky-looking nose. The man had a bunch of books in his hand and slammed them on top of the teacher's desk and then screamed in a high-pitched voice.
I won't tolerate any kind of nonsense in my class, you two. Stop shoving each other's tongues in your mouths and take your seat.
His appearance was intimidating, no doubt. All the students went quiet immediately and took their seats.
Bitch, this shit is intimidating? Honey, that's fucking horrifying, disturbing. That is not fucking intimidating, bitch. Like, hello, call 911? Child Protective Services? The Board of Education? Where the fuck are y'all? What in your right mind? This is a fucking stable person. This is not a stable person. This is a mentally ill fucking bitch. Hello, red flags? Are we forgetting about red flags? Red flags? Are we forgetting about that? Yeah, I didn't think so.
He then grinned, really huge, and slowly scanned the classroom with his vulture eyes.
I will teach in my own unique way. So anyone who has a problem with that, get out of my class right now.
Again, no one replied and just sat shocked and terrified. He then picked up a chalk and wrote his name on the board. He slowly turned back at us and said,
"No sir, no mister, my name is Dr. Vink, and all you will call me that, understood?"
None of us knew what to say, so we remained quiet, and he screamed again.
"Answer me, you morons!"
We said yes, being all frightened. Dr. Vink indeed had a very weird way of teaching. In the first class, he made us rip our chemistry book pages and throw them in the class dustbin. Our school football team captain, Jack, tried to protest, but Dr. Vink shut him up, saying,
"Are you one of those popular kids who's planning to get a scholarship based on a stupid game? Excuse me? I am here to teach you, so the doors are open and the football ground is outside. You are most welcome to leave any minute."
Okay, bye.
After that, Jack sat down and never spoke a word again. Everyone knew how important the chemistry scores are to land a good scholarship, so we all did exactly what Dr. Vink told us to. One thing that always struck odd to me is that he never talked to the other teachers in our school. I never saw him eat in the cafeteria either. Once he was done with our class, he went straight to the chemistry lab and spent the entire day till school was over. He never took us to the lab after joining us as our chemistry teacher. And whenever any student asked him about that, he always said,
"The lab is under maintenance. I am running my own experiments there. I will take you in once I am done."
No student ever complained about this because they knew Dr. Vink will make their life miserable if he finds out we ratted him out. And he will find out. Apart from his craziness, he was a good teacher. The way he taught chemistry actually started making sense to me. Even the stupidest students always paid attention in his class. The overall grades started to go high, so the parents and school authorities stood out of his way too. But sometimes I felt he gave good grades just to keep himself out of trouble. He kept everyone happy by providing this delusion that our school chemistry standards had gotten higher since he joined. One day, he took a surprise test and everyone passed. My friend Kyle and I were discussing our papers when I noticed I had made 2 terrible mistakes, but Dr. Vink still gave me an A.
Shit, thank you.
Thinking he might have overlooked it, I went to him with my paper and said,
Sir? Dr. Vink! Yes, I'm sorry, Dr. Vink. I've made mistakes here, so the grade should be B+, not an A. I think you overlooked... My. Aren't you the flag...
You're fucking stupid in the fucking brain. Who the corrects a teacher when they fucking when they give you 100 instead of a fucking 50? You're fucking insane. I would take the 100 and the speed of light.
It's gotta be 50-50 if it's gonna be 100. Feel like, to get it right it would be so nice. It would be tight like a moment. Yeah, to get it right it would be so fine. You got it right if you want it. 51 or 49, 99. It's gotta be 50-50 if it's gonna be 100.
Bitch, I'm not gonna take a fucking test for an hour. No, bitch, I'm gonna just take the fucking A. Like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you. Like, oh, I'm sorry, this fucking child is stupid as fuck, and he sounds like a little bitch. Like, grow some balls.
Error of truth. What? You don't want good grades? No, it's not that. I just want to know if I'm actually getting good at chemistry, and wrong grades can cloud my judgment. What do you want to be after you finish high school? I was thinking of applying for a scholarship at NYU. I want to study history. There, you have your answer. Sorry, I don't understand. You want to study history, so shut your damn mouth and go to your seat. It doesn't matter if you get an A, a B, or a C in chemistry, you moron!
I felt very insulted and couldn't help but answer him back.
It does matter, Dr. Vink, and you are the most pathetic teacher I have ever seen in my life. You are basically lying instead of preparing us for the future. You're desperate to stay in this school. Maybe because you know what a big failure you are in real life.
The entire class got silent and stared at us.
You ruined it for
Dr.
everybody.
Vink's face started to turn red in anger.
And I know
He suddenly got up from his chair and grabbed the laptop on his desk and started slamming it on the table while screaming like a lunatic.
How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you? You incompetent, moronic fool!
The laptop shattered into pieces. He started kicking and destroying everything he could find in that classroom. Being freaked out by his behavior, all the students ran outside screaming for help. The principal and other teachers arrived, but none of them could even get one step close to our mad chemistry teacher. He just snapped and kept demolishing the school property. Having no other option left, the school authorities called the cops. Even when the cops were dragging Dr. Vink out of the classroom, he was kicking in the air, spitting everywhere, and threatening to kill us all.
I will be back, morons! They can't keep me behind bars forever! And next time, I'll burn this school down to the ground! I will dance over your ashes! My name is Dr. Vink, and I will have my revenge!
The principal was bashed by the student body and the parents for hiring someone with such a traumatizing mental state. What scared our town was when the cops searched our chemistry lab, they found explosives and highly dangerous chemicals made by Dr. Vink. He actually wanted to blow this place up. If I hadn't confronted him that day, then probably this mad scientist would have been dancing on our ashes after burning the school down to the ground.
Okay, third story. True school teacher story, #3. Y'all ready for this shit? We're gonna react to shit. Let's do it.
In this video, we can see how a music teacher behaves violently with his students. In this animated dramatization, we will see how a joke played by some of his students turns into the worst day of their lives. I love music.
Oh God, her hair.
Since I was a child, I've been in contact with it because my parents were part of a well-known musical duo in which my mom was the pianist and my dad was the singer. Whenever they would take me to their shows, I would look at them amazed, thinking that I wanted that for myself in my future. I tried several instruments, but I was definitely in love with the violin. The lessons at my school were not enough for me, so I went to private lessons to perfect my technique. When I was in school, I was way ahead of the rest of my classmates.
Okay.
Our music teacher, Mr. Langsley, was a substitute and seemed like a great man. He loved the violin more than his family, and in the first lesson, he didn't hesitate to show us how talented he was with it. But of course, appearances can be deceiving. As the months went by, he showed us that he was a highly unstable person. Every time one of the students played badly, he would get angry and scream. He never had a problem with me, as I was the best student, but that didn't mean I approved of how he disrespected my classmates. We were coming to the end of the school year, and my friends and I weren't going to leave without playing an innocent prank on him.
Are you sure about this, guys?
Sure, why not? I mean, with the rest of my grades, I could have easily taken a nap in class and still passed.
Yeah, he can't fail us. But what about you, Evan? I already disapproved, but it won't change anything.
Then it's all settled. How will we do it?
Basically, we'll play all the instruments wrong. We'll start with one, and then another, and so on. Oh my God, he's gonna go crazy!
When the professor entered, everything went according to plan. Langsley got angrier and angrier. The fact that even I had failed made him realize that we were playing a joke on him, and he didn't take it well. He pounded his fists ferociously on the table and gave a war cry.
Calm the fuck down.
No one was scared. We all laughed at him since we were used to his tantrums. When the class ended, he was still furious, totally out of his mind. But surprisingly, he called out to us much more calmly than I expected.
Nia, Scott, I need you two to stay after class to have a chat.
He looks like he fucking.
What about me, Professor Langley? Do you want to talk to me too?
Evan, we both know there's nothing left to talk about with you. Now, go away.
A pleasure, sir.
Now that he's gone, we can talk.
Sir, first of all, I want to say we're sorry.
No. We're past that point. Grab your instruments.
More confused than scared, we listened to him and sat in our chairs. His attitude was calm and determined. We had never seen him like that before, and honestly, it scared us both.
What you did today is unacceptable.
Oh my
Not
God.
only did you ridicule me in front of my students, but you also made fun of the music. You interrupted something beautiful to make a joke. And from you, two of my best students, my prodigies, I will not tolerate it.
Sir, as Nia said, we are...
Before Scott could finish the sentence, Langsley pulled a revolver out of his pocket and pointed it at the young man's face.
Say it. I dare you to say you're sorry again, and I'll open a hole between your eyes.
We were both paralyzed with fear, unable to say a word.
Much better.
How is the teacher?
As I said, you both have to be punished. And you know what? I will only punish one of you. Now, they are going to repeat the melody they ruined in a loop. Each time they will do it faster, and the first one who ruins it again will be punished. What do you think?
Have you lost your mind?
I won't play any damn music. Let us
mind.
go, or we're gonna call the police.
My life is over. You can call whoever you want, but first, you must survive this afternoon. Now, both of you are going to play as if your lives depended on it. Understand?
Oh,
We both
shit, I'm gonna
nodded,
die immediately.
and with his direction, we began to play. I always played the violin with calm and happiness. I felt how the music passed through my body. It was poetry. Now, none of that was happening. I was playing, trembling while crying. It was hard to breathe, and in each musical note, I felt I was getting it right just for a split second. I couldn't lose my concentration in turning to look at Scott, but I knew he was feeling the same way I was.
What the hell are you doing? That's it? Come on! Faster! Faster!
Oh my god.
The minutes passed, and we both kept playing perfectly, but the fatigue started to take over me. My wrist hurt like hell, and my arm burned like never before. Without realizing it, I had begun to sweat.
And I call you prodigies? You're a damn joke! And if you don't pick up speed, I'll kill you both now!
Crying, I bit my lip and gave a desperate scream, closing my eyes as tightly as I could as I stopped feeling my arms. All I could think was faster, faster. My mind went blank. I felt like I was going to fall at any moment. I couldn't do this for another second. I felt a screeching sound on the violin. Had it been mine? Had it been Scott's? I opened my eyes as I felt a cold metal on my forehead.
You can stop. You won.
I turned and looked in Scott's direction. He was crying inconsolably, staring at the ground.
Never, never disrespect music again, Nia. Now go.
How does this fucking disrespect music?
With no
Oh my
strength
God,
to
it's
answer
fucking
him,
their fault.
no strength to fight or try to save my friend, I stood up and walked toward the door. My legs were shaking, and as I looked at them, I realized that I had wet myself. Walking with great
Bitch, it's
effort,
okay.
I reached
Bitch,
the exit door, and crying, I looked at Scott.
Scott, I'm sorry.
I should feel bad. Oh my God.
He didn't turn around, and I left the classroom. As I was walking through the halls, I felt an explosion coming from the classroom. I immediately grabbed my chest. That shot was probably at Scott, but it felt like it went through my heart. People started going to the classroom, passing by me as if I was a ghost. Suddenly, I heard another gunshot, this time accompanied by screams. A short time later, the police were at my house. My parents were comforting me as I told them everything that had happened.
Oh my God.
The
that is
crime
so
was ruled a
terrifying.
homicide and a suicide. That same day, Langsley had killed his wife and son and went to teach his last class. After that, it took me a long time to reconcile myself with music, but eventually I was able to do so.
But I like music, but
More
not
than a
fucking
decade
listen.
later, I became a music teacher. Like Langsley, I love music, but the difference is I treat my students well. I help them, educate them,
Period,
and
babe.
give them all the tools they need so that
Teachers,
in the
take notes.
future,
Be like this
even
one.
if they
Be
don't
nice.
go into music, they will learn to be better people.
Aw. What a sweetheart. That is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. Bitches better fucking click the notification bell when you fucking subscribe, bitch. If you don't, you're fucking weird bitch. Okay? Be safe, be a baddie, and never let anybody tell you who you are and who you can be. Cause bitch, you can be whoever you fucking want to be. You be yourself, okay? Be yourself, okay? But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day or night or whenever the fuck you're watching this shit. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, bitches.